Wow, 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 wow. Welcome to 2040. Rupel Boom against Chelsea in the UEFA Champions League first knockout round, second leg. We've just witnessed what I think is the greatest moment in Rupel Boom history. This was a seismic shift in the whole view of world football, in my opinion. Chelsea, the holders of the Club World Cup, the guys that they've got. Let's have a look at this. They've got Hugo Alves, of course, signed from us. They've got our old Simplice Alunga, but I'm pretty sure he's not actually playing. Let's sort out by the team. They got Rajic, a really nice goalkeeper. Paulo plays for them at his peak, at his prime at 29. La Rosa, I believe, used to play for Rupel Boom. This is not a bad team. Bolzmann as well, really solid. And what we did to them, what we've just done to them, you'll see it on the screen. Ruben Diaz is that manager. Okay. It is quite simply the most insane of scorelines. To say that Chelsea are a really solid team. They've won 4 Champions Leagues, I believe, I've just seen. And we go to Stamford Bridge and slap them up so silly, it hardly beggars belief. The best thing about it is that I was on Discord at the time and everybody watched it. And to say that it was just a football manager game, there was an actual atmosphere. It was, I mean, until about the 75th minute when this 4th goal goes in. We're going to watch all the goals. No one's really batting an eyelid at it. But then people are like, I'm like, oh my God, it's 4. People start watching it. Oh my God, it's 5. People start watching it. Scott 6. Literally everybody in the chat's watching it. There were about 10, 12 of us in voice. And yeah, Rupel Boom's path to greatness right there really solidifies them as one of the all-time great football manager teams that everybody will remember. They went to Chelsea, the current Club World Cup winners, albeit a bit dodgy in my opinion because we should have won that game. But they won us the last time out, I believe. And we're not only giving them a bloody nose, we've made them rethink their existence. It wasn't even close. And it's just amazing, the defence that we showed. We had one big chance for Hugo Alves and the goalkeeper pushed it from the front post. But it was just all Rupel Boom. It was non-stop Rupel Boom. That doubts the 5 consecutive years that he has won the Ballon d'Or, and that is a record-breaking achievement. It's one of the best to ever do it. One of the best to ever do it. Janovic went wild in this game. The goals just came continuous. Marcus Paulo, that was his unfortunate own goal against his former team. Gabbiadini, one of the new signings, can't wait to show you him. Doubts going in. I think he scored 4. It was just non-stop. Absolutely non-stop. You think, oh my God, they're going for a 7th. Once they'd scored the 7th, it's like, this is the most amazing thing. And then, with like seconds to go, you get another key highlight. You know, this is not going to happen. This is not going to happen. Oh yeah, Janovic. 8-0. 8-0. So what we've got right now, I know it would have been nice to record it, but it was also nice to share that moment with the people that hold this save the closest, I guess. What we can share right now is the parade lap, the peak of Rupel Boom's powers, because it ain't gonna get better than this. We've just won back-to-back Champions Leagues. We've beat Chelsea away by 8-0. We could totally say fuck you to the entire rest of the footballing world, play literally the rotation side, and just enjoy ourselves. We could maybe do slight rotation and get a double-digit aggregate. The peak of Rupel Boom's powers. No matter what happens this season, this moment right here, living this day, the 13th of March 2040, every football fan in the world unconditionally agrees that the best football club is the one that we're currently covering. No one says otherwise. You can't go to Stamford Bridge and do that to Chelsea. Unless you are a team made of the finest of players. Alright. Yeah, so just absolutely insane. This comes off the back of what I would say is one of our more interesting transfer windows. We've now sold £407 million worth of player. One other big name went, and a lot of money. Hassam Simsek moved to Manchester City, the 24-year-old Dutch striker. Decided to move him on because he didn't like the big games. I like players that like big games. But not only that, like, in comparison to what we'd got around 120 million especially, I was thinking that maybe he was the one that's going to drop to the bench. It was just a wise sale, to be honest. Let's sort out by date. A few loans, and Jose Alberto Blasco went to Manchester United. Yes, the free agent that we got from Real Madrid, that was a £40 million profit. I thought it was going to be, like, insane for us. Didn't turn out, just dropped in the potential. It might be brilliant anyway, but that's just a crazy amount of profit to be had. And I think that's got a 40% of next sale as well attached to it. Omar Marty went off to Lille for 7.5 million, could rise to 9.25. And before that, the lads in the summer. So, in terms of quantity, not a lot happened out, but I mean, big player, Hassan Simsek, and I'm sure he'll have a very good career at Manchester City. Well, there was a lot of things happening but there was very little in terms of, like, really good signings at the start of the year. None of these, like, pre-arranged transfers. So Ruben Sanchez, not good enough. Luis Hernandez, not good enough, I don't think. Jordan Gally-Moulin could work out. Edgar Alzate could possibly work out. Alexander Petrov, don't think he'll make the first team. Ramon maybe works out. Benjamin Dogard, so that's maximum potential, awesome. It was saved by these two, the two maximum potential youngsters. So I wouldn't say a waste of money, because at this point, the squad, the first team, is so bloody good that the chances that you get someone with maximum potential is going to be lower. Of course it's going to be lower, because the quality of your squad is just pushing that upper limit further away. However, we have done it with the money that we got here. We did get some really nice signings during January. Really solid scouting, I would say. So Herrero comes in from Athletic Bilbao, and he has maximum potential. I think Walker Demon is 4.5 stars. Love that name, Christopher Walker Demon. Gabbiadini is the big signing, I think. So we'll just leave him. Giovanni Bucciano plays. Played for Torino. He maximum potential. And the Dortmund guy who was listed for transfer, strangely, but he has maximum potential, and I'm going to try and train him up to be a left back. But he was like transfer listed at such a low price. I think there is a lot of profit to be there. Why I was comfortable in selling Simsek though, I mean I was going to do it anyway, but this made me way more comfortable. The scouts picked up a lad from Porto called Rodrigo Gabbiadini. And he was a left-footed forward that we could, well, I say forward, attacking midfielder, that we could absolutely train to be a striker or absolutely train to be a left mid. And I was like, wow. Now that is a player. That is a player that could be potentially the next Yael Doubts. And if he becomes anything like that, we've got him at a cut price. Like Yael Doubts cost us £100 million. This guy's only cost us 43 million pounds. It was one of them moments where you're like, right, okay, just drop everything and go for him. 16 on the finishing at 20 years old. Yet again, left-footed player, just struggling a little bit to sort out the attacking left mid, although Machado is a very clutch player. And you got Constantine vouching for that spot. We've got loads of players now that are kind of versatile, so I can maybe put Gabbiadini on the left if we need it. Maybe put him as a complete forward support if we need him. Perfectionist personality, wonder kid, description. Yeah, pretty solid indeed. And that is your lot. Let's go and enjoy this. Got a suspension, an injury, Mrozek, only out for 1 to 6 days. I think it would be a bit rude to pick the youth prospects, but we are going to go like more rotation. So Zoric and Nayet. They'll be playing Frogner. I think we'll just, if we can. No, Vandenberg is slightly injured. Have we got Plodge? Unregistered. I see. Okay. We'll go like this then. We will... Oh, Minerato at centre-back. Interesting. This is what Konstantin's doing right now. He's hitting 4 stars. So he's knocking at the door. Machado's days, I believe, are numbered. Gabbiadini Verhoek comes back. And this was the idea, really. Atletico Madrid had him on loan, checked the under-21s. He was left-footed, so I was like, oh, well, we could try and train him up to be a left winger, but then Gabbiadini comes onto the show. It's all running perfectly, beautifully for Rupel Boom. And unless an absolute miracle happens, we'll see you in the quarterfinals. We'll get the Champions League draw on after this game. Hopefully, it's not massively full of highlights, honestly. We don't want to be going in strong on Hugo Alves. He was once one of my ex-players. Doesn't mean that we hate him so much. He's actually at centre mid today. Now, this is a move that my assistant manager would love to do, put him in centre mid. Not for me. Not for me, thank you. The Marcus Paulo, the lad that used to captain us, he is out at the moment. We've got ourselves a little highlight going into Frogner. There you go. Gabbiadini. Gabbiadini. It is 9-0 on aggregate for Rupel Boom. Unbelievable. I mean, you can't be proud of a Football Manager team. Like, I can be happy you've achieved something. I'm as close to pride as I possibly can with, a spreadsheet. Bolzmann's offside. It doesn't matter. Bolzmann was offside. Was he? It says goal kick to Rupel Boom. Frogner's got injured. See, Koshak maybe? Maybe there's a little bit of swapping and changing. No, Minerato has he's good on either foot, so that might be a shout right there. Hopefully it's not bad for Frogner. And if it is bad for Frogner, I'm going to be devastated because as you've seen, he was one of the players that I was questioning whether or not he should be actually involved in this match. We don't really have a solid enough left-back replacement as well. So, could be worrying. Could be a nightmare if it's a big one. Here's Constantine. There's a lovely swing. Verhoek has gone down a little bit theatrically. Was a little bit theatrically. Remember, this is a team without Yale Doubts. It's unbelievable. The Yale Doubts impact, the performance. He's had a little bit of an injury before Christmas time. And since he came back, he has been like a man possessed. Constantine. It is 10-0 on the aggregate. Absolutely unbelievable. Let's give him some praise. This is the moment right here. I mean, we'll have some massive highs with a Rupel Boom, I'm sure. But Constantine's got a little injury as well. Okay, well, they won it. They get it. Yael Doubts coming into the game, and this is what I'm talking about. A little bit of versatility here. Gabbiadini can play on the left now. Verhoek just as the support to Yael Doubts, who hopefully going to be the main goal scorer going forward in this match. Yeah, a lot of highs in this save, but this is the moment right here. World football knows we, at this moment in time, we are the best. Oh, from the third, I apologise, the third tier of Belgium, Rupel Boom. Up to here, Gabbiadini could have scored a wonderful solo run. Give him a bit more praise. Bit of splashback onto my nose. Funny thing is, when we saw Chelsea being the ones that we played in the first knockout round, I started getting worried that these were a potential troublesome point. Excuse me. Replacing with Kurt Ward. Yeah, but how? Why? It's a free kick. Oh, it's Boris Zoric that makes it 3-0 Rupel Boom. And 11-0 on the aggregate. Just let me say that again. 11-0 aggregate scoreline. Wow. All right, let's have Janovic on. That'll be it, won't it? Yep. That'll be it. We've had our 3 subs. Roses gets taken out. Please don't tell me this. I don't think this will be another key highlight. It's a nice tackle by La Rosa. I wonder what he's thinking. I wonder what all the ex-Rupel Boom players are thinking at this moment in time. Just looking back and maybe thinking, what if I'd worked a little bit harder in training? I could have been part of this. Sorry, lads. I'm sure they're earning a good amount of money. I'm sure Chelsea are not terrible in the Premier League. Well, there's a lot of things to be positive about, but this is a rough one, I'm sure, to take. especially for the ex-Rupel Boom players. Mind you, they rubbed it in our face with the Club World Cup win. A real big gut puncher, that one. Bolzmann's trying his best to force the ball in. Maybe we got a consolation goal here for Chelsea. Or are Rupel Boom about to nab this ball and quickly go up the other end of the park? Still got it. This has to be a Chelsea chance. Yes, Bolzmann. Jesper Bolzmann with his 20th goal of the season for Chelsea. Makes the aggregate 11-1. Comeback is not on. And I'm not even going to make that joke. Bit of praise. A lot of people are angry. I don't know why you're angry. I mean, this is a good performance in its own right. To say what kind of players we had on at the start. Just a couple more minutes. 11 unanswered goals. Oh, 10. The 11th one was answered. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Man United have won on penalties against Real Madrid. Fair enough. They did actually, you know what? Fair play to Man United. They did run me quite close. Got a Naldo Hasselbank possibly coming on into the club for £1.8 million. And someone else. Whew. Sprained knee ligaments. So long as it's not going to tamper with potential Champions League final, but we are going to miss him. Seriously miss him. Whoever we've got in the quarters. Might be around for the second leg of the semis. We'll do this in my own time. That was just unbelievable, guys. Thank you ever so much for checking this out. Rolling. No, hang on, no. Did say that we'd do the draw, so we are going to do the draw. Just bear with me for a second. Put that up to about 10k. I'm sure he'll accept that. And let's go and do this very quickly. Very quickly. Yeah, still got like a fair bit of money from the Simsec deal. I'd say about 20 million. So yeah, what a deal that was for the club. Simsec was a solid player, but because he was potentially dropping into the bench, it was the perfect time to see if there was any takers. And right at the start of the January window, Manchester City made their money tell, basically. They wanted him for about 50 odd million without even negotiating. I went 120 million, 40%, and they were like, okay. I think it only took about two pieces of negotiation, and they were just on board. Right. A few more. I think, like, was that Genk? Genk going out of the Champions League. It would be amazing to play a Belgian club, but I'm pretty sure they've all gone out. Ajax would be nice. Sevilla would be nice. Some solid teams that we could have. But I guess missing them right now, maybe playing the more difficult teams, will give us an easier go at it at the end of the competition. You never know. There's a chance here that we could have an easy path like we did last season. And the only problematic step was the final itself against Real Madrid, which we kind of stumbled through. But it's getting really, really good. I like that progression as well. Just nice and steady. It's wicked to see an actual Belgian in the team. I really do hope that he's not the only one going forward. Big shout out to the new goalkeeper. And I'm really glad that I've actually picked this up because I want to... I know he went kind of silently in the summer, but Alkia Jose will be a legend at this club forever. Big respects to him. He played a massive part in last season's Champions League win, with the penalty shootout against Manchester City, I think. Just big boots to fill. But Restrepo has already hit the ability of Alkia Jose. Doesn't seem like stopping. Gets 10s in training. What a signing at 800k. Let's view the draw. Automatics. Ajax, Dortmund, Man City are there. Barcelona. Sevilla would be nice. Dortmund against Man United. Juventus against Rupel Boom. Sevilla. Ajax against Rupel Boom. Oh. It's almost like a storyline, isn't it? They got Bilek, they've got Simsek, they've got a whole load of players. Let's have a look at the semi-finals. Rupel Boom or Man City will play Man United or Dortmund, which is... Dortmund just shrugged off Liverpool. I don't know if Liverpool have dropped off, but Dortmund just breezed past them. 4-1, I think, it was on aggregate. If we get through Man City, get through the semi-finals, it looks like we'd probably play Barcelona in the final. Looks like that would be the case. Oh, okay, well, that is it. Big. Without Frogner. We might have to get a bit funny with the tactics, honestly. Without Frogner's going to be a nightmare. Okay, wicked. Hasselbank's in. That was a quick signing. Oh, there you go. Both of them in. That has been the absolute peak of Rupel Boom. Whatever this is. I think Season 20, Episode 2. Yes. 11-1 aggregate scoreline against Chelsea. See you next time. I think it'll be a little bit harder next time around. Bye-bye.